I want you to listen to what I'm saying.
I'm
okay?
gonna try to listen. My mind is squirrel.
Squirrel.
You got 1 minute.
Okay. Thank you for telling me that. I'm happy you said that. Happy Friday!
What's going on, guys? It is Shalicia here and Nicholas, and we are with F.O.F Financial Coaching LLC, and we're here today to talk about what else?
Money.
But we'd love if you would like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right, so what are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about one of my favorite things. I hope it's one of your favorite things too. But it's going to be the benefits of marriage and money. So what the benefits of being married is and how that kind of comes together with money.
Okay, sounds good. Interesting.
Now, one thing that kind of goes along with it is in 2005, Ohio State University, they did a study between married and single people. And what they found out, what they said was the net worth of married people typically goes up like 77% more than single people over time. If you are going to be married, make sure you are making a strong commitment. Make sure it's what God wants you to do, and make sure that that is a person you are willing to spend the rest of your life with and be committed with as well.
Right.
And so let me get back to it because I digress as usual.
Mm-hmm.
My bad. My bad. But my question is, why do you think that for the most part we see people who are married, they will typically have larger net worth over time than people who just stay single for that time?
Because it's two people working together. I think you have two people working together to accomplish like a common goal, or just to it's just better than one. Let's just say that it's better. Two people working together is better than one at them, working hard at themselves. You have double the amount of effort, double the amount of energy, to put forth something.
So did you feel like me coming into a marriage with you, did you feel like that gave you some actual benefits? Or was you like, man, this dude, he has not helped me out one at all in my whole life? I hope not.
Well, in the beginning, no. In the beginning, I don't know how I felt. It was a lot of mixed emotions.
Yeah.
But now, yes, okay. I can say that, it has been a benefit to be married. Right. Especially financially speaking. I mean, we've gone through some things or some trials, even still in some trials right now, and it's been a blessing to have, my husband here and being able to support our family right now.
Hey, I'm thankful to be able to, and I think you had a good point on there. It's like when you're married, it is two. And so when things happen, you get into adversity, and like let's say one person may lose a job, it's not like you get totally wiped out if another person has a job between the spouses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it comes to saving, maybe you take one spouse salary, you just save all of that, or their hourly wage, whatever it is, you save all of that, and then one just pays all the bills. Like you can do the bills together. It's not just one person by themselves trying to do it. You know what I mean? Although there are benefits to just being by yourself.
Yes.
When you're married, though, it's like you have help per se.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have that help.
Yeah.
And I think that goes to our next point, which is responsibility. So for me, when it comes to responsibility, I think that was a huge turning point for me. Mm-hmm. I think one thing that happened though when we got married was like I started realizing like, whoa, like the decisions I make will affect you. Mm-hmm. The decisions I make will really affect you. So if I take $500 and just splurge and just get a TV and now we can't pay a bill because of that, like that's going to affect you, not just me. It's not like maybe I'm cool with no lights on. You know what I'm saying? But you might not be cool with that. And so when I started realizing like, oh man, like what I am doing will, I tell you this all the time, will directly or indirectly affect you. It started to make me think like, man, I have to be much more responsible. And it took that to like a whole nother level. Yeah. That's kind of my take on responsibility in marriage and kind of how it deals with money. But honey, I don't know what you have to say about it, how you kind of look at that perspective.
So for me, I look at responsibility as I am responsible for certain things in our household so that my husband does not have to per se think about those things. So I look at it like that, in the sense of responsibility. And right now, I would say for us, like, it's different. Like, it's very different because the roles have kind of changed from when we first got married. And so my responsibilities are, I feel as though, are a little different.
Okay.
Now. So that, but the benefit to that is that it takes the pressure off of my husband. I feel like in some ways, hopefully in some ways, I think they do, at least.
Well,
we'll go as simple as cooking. Okay. We'll go simple as that. Yeah. Usually, for the most part, I am the cook in the house, and so my husband does not have to worry about, like, so-called, for the most part, we'll say, it's, how can I say this? Let's say, we're gonna go, but when COVID first started, I just slacked up on my responsibility. But anyways, I digress. So, yes, like the beginning of COVID, like, your girl was cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It made life really easy for him because he did not have to worry about that. I mean, I prepared.
Now I'm on my own. I gotta figure it out. No, I'm just playing.
Now I make sure that there is food in here. I may cook, like today. Today was one of those days I did cook. But yeah, it's food in here, but it eases the pressure. All in all, I'm saying responsibility. The benefits is that it eases the pressure off of spouse, is what I meant. Ease the pressure off of.
Okay. And so that easing the pressure off, as you talked about, I think is important, because from a financial standpoint, when you ease that pressure off of me, I feel like I'm more at peace. I'm more ready to work, ready to do the things that I have to do to kind of help us get to where we need to be from a financial standpoint. This one is something I look at too, and I think that is helpful. A big benefit between money and marriage is different perspectives. Now, a lot of people, we don't look at it like that. We look at our spouse as different from us, and it becomes a problem or it's an issue. But really, it's a good thing overall. So even like before we did this segment, my wife goes, I was like, are you going to listen to what I'm saying? She's like, well, you got like a minute, because then I'm going to just be like looking on to the next thing. But that's good, because what my wife is saying in a nice way is like, you got to get to the point that you're trying to make, because you're going to lose me. You know what I'm saying? But my perspective is I'm going to look and pay attention and listen the whole time. That's just how I do things. And so when that comes in with us managing the money, I can get so focused and locked in, like I just want to invest or I just want to hit the goal. And so I may forget about having fun. I may forget that we also should use some of that money to have fun if we've been responsible with it and we're doing the right things. And my wife may come in, well, really, she probably won't come in, but she may be thinking, and then hopefully we'll talk it out, But she may be thinking like, hey, we haven't done nothing fun in a while, but it's not really on my mind, because the way my perspective is, I don't really be set up like that. And so that helps a lot when you have two perspectives coming in on a topic like money and how it should be handled within the marriage. So I think that's a huge benefit, because you got someone to bounce ideas off of.
Right. And then I know for us specifically, the all work and no play is hard. It's very hard, because he is very, what's the word?
Focus, maybe? No. Disciplined, maybe?
Yeah, that's the word.
Okay.
But he's very disciplined, and honestly, I feel like you don't need no breaks. Like, I need a break, okay? I need a break, a couple of breaks. Yeah. But anyways, I think you're right to that point. Having different perspectives and being willing to share those perspectives, having a environment that is
cohesive, maybe?
Yeah, cohesive in order to share one another's thoughts and opinions, especially about finances. Helps. Yeah.
Because what I've learned is, like, it's not always a right and wrong when it comes to money. Yeah. And it's been a lot of things that my wife's been right on. She showed me, I mean, even her perspective on giving, like, I didn't have that perspective at all. And then as we got to know each other, as we got married, like, I've been much better at giving, mainly because of her. Like, she's really the one who really kind of showed me, like, hey, this is kind of the way that you should kind of do it. And so I think all those things are interesting, but had I never been married to her, had I never met her, I don't think I'd have that same perspective. Maybe I would have picked it up somewhere else. But, God knew what he was doing. So
he did.
Thank you for that, honey. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. And just as sidebar from finances, I mean, really, marriage says the benefits to me. And also it can be a little challenging, is this that you learn more about yourself when you are married, and that can be hard, but it is a benefit. That's all I can say. It can be a benefit.
I think that's a good kind of segue to just really close things off. Is as you learn more about yourself, it really shows you who you are and the things that you got to work on versus blaming it on somebody else. Right. And it's the same thing when it comes with these money situations. Like, you start to see who you are, then you start to make sense on why you do the things you do with money. Right. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And so I think my takeaway and the benefit I have when it comes to this is that when you are married and it involves money, I mean, you can't get away from it, you start to have the other person's best interests at heart. And so one thing that I really enjoy about being married when it comes to money is that I have a level of trust for my wife. Like, I know that she has my back. I know that if I gave her $1 million and said, honey, I need you to hold this for 3 years and I got something else to do or something happens, when I come back after that 3 years, I'm pretty confident that she would have that $1 million. Now, it would be nice if she had $3 million instead, but that's my wife.
I would at least have the $1 million.
She would at least have the $1 million.
We're working on the other.
Right. But it's just the point that when you have somebody that has your best interest at heart, but at the same time, for everyone who's married out there who's looking at this, and for single people too, it takes time to build that up. Yeah. And it's going to continue to build, and it's real easy to get that knocked away. So remember that when it comes to marriage, when it comes to money, there are great benefits for it. There are also benefits of being single. Maybe we'll talk about those. Maybe. I don't know. Appreciate y'all. We thank you all for looking at this video. We ask that you would please like, share, subscribe, comment, and please let us know what you all's take on marriage and money. Whether you single or you married, I think it's okay to weigh in on it. So let us know below and talk to us about it.
And if there are any other topics you would like us to talk about and hit on, just leave them below in the comments.
We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you see the benefits of marriage and money. And with that, Happy Friday!